Good morning, everybody. It is currently 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm saying good morning because, as part of my where I am right now, I've been waking up at 4:50 in the morning to go to the gym. I've been working out 3 days a week, but recently I've started going. Like as of yesterday, I started going 5 days. Like I'm doing all week in the mornings because I got this event coming up. I'm going to see JT Fox on the 12th of January. So I kind of want to, as part of my networking, I want to look good so I can feel good, so I can be more confident, because right now I'm not that confident with who I am. I'm getting better because I've been losing the weight. I'm currently 221 and I was 226, which is the worst I've ever been in my life. That's the heaviest I've ever been. Back in my jiu-jitsu days, I was 200, maybe 205. Not a lot. Like, I had a little chubby because I had poor eating habits. Like, I didn't understand nutrition the way I do now. And I actually understand it pretty good now. But I drank a lot of sodas and all that stuff. So back then, like, I was hitting the gym 5, 6 days a week. I was working construction, which means I was doing like concrete, lifting heavy bags. And so if my eating habits were better, then I'd be better. But right now, I'm just getting back to eating healthy, lifting the weights, not doing much cardio, but I'm gonna start walking at night. I gotta walk the dogs and stuff, so I'm gonna start cutting that up to an hour. On Saturday, we go skateboarding, for about an hour just to blow off some steam. No tricks or anything, just cruising around town on our boards, and it's actually a really good workout. Your legs really feel it, your lungs really feel it. I kind of recommend it to anybody that wants to just have a fun way of cardio. That or rollerblading. I used to love rollerblading. I just don't do it here because the roads aren't in that great shape. But those are my go-to. Um, Currently, where I am in my career wise is we've been looking at different shops. We've been trying to figure out what our route is, what our path is. And we found some shops and they're really, really expensive, like $12,000 a month, 8,000. We found one that we love. It has a drive through and everything, but it's like a $7,500 a month. And we want to make sure that we can pull in that kind of money. We found one out in Burbank that's on a busy strip, but they want $12,000 a month, and they didn't give us a call back. We called them, and then they said, "Oh, leave us a text message," and we texted them all our information, everything we're trying to do, and they never called us back. So a lot of these places that we find, I mean, they're not that interested in churros. Like they're scared that it's not going to pull in the money that we know is going to pull in. We know what it does. They don't. Like we had one kitchen. It was perfect. It was in a gas station. They only wanted $2,000 a month. It was a big kitchen. Came with the hoods, came with the sinks, came with everything. We just had to walk in with our equipment, which we have because we were in a swap meet for a little bit. It was an open kitchen. It was like a legit kitchen. So we had to buy all our equipment for it. We bought the fryers and all the dishes and the counter space. So we have all that sitting in storage. But these guys, not bad mouthing them because I understand it when, they're a little nervous, but they wanted us to add food to our menu. So what we did is we threw on some food on the menu. We brought them this full display, and then we did our presentation, which I'm grateful for because it gave me a chance to do a presentation. I've never done a presentation like that before, and I had to pull a menu out of like 1 week. I had 1 week to literally figure out a menu, figure out the cost for it, figure out which is not that hard. It's just figuring out what foods complement churros was really kind of hard. And so we came up with like a few things that we thought would go great because we want to focus on the churros, but they asked us for food, so we gave them food. And at the end of the day, we kind of didn't feel comfortable with it because it was going to cost us like another $30,000 just to buy the equipment needed to make the foods. It would have been extra fryers because we can't share fryers with the churros. It affects the flavoring. I had to buy fridges and freezers. And we were basically starting on scratch. And if we're going to put $30,000 into it, we're going to go to a better location. And so then we found another location that wanted us. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's perfect. You would fit here exactly." But the problem is we have to retrofit the whole interior. that's $60,000 minimum. We're looking between $60,000 to $100,000. And so we want to go there. It's our prime location. And now where we're at is we're trying to find ways to make money, because the places we want to go to, they're nervous to get us in there because they're afraid of churros. They don't understand that it's going to make the money that we know it's going to make. Like when we're on the corner, we're making like $1,000, or let's be honest, it was between bad days were 500, good days were 750, and then we'd have the odd $800 day, but we would have been more based off our calculations, because we would miss days because of the weather, or we had no babysitter, so we couldn't go out there, so we weren't consistent, and consistency is the key to business. So we weren't there every morning, because we were only allowed to be out there Saturdays and Sundays. That was how it worked with what we were doing. And we would miss a Saturday, or we'd miss a Sunday, or we wouldn't get there till 11 because we just couldn't load up the car fast enough, because we have 3 kids and they're fighting, and it really messes things up. So you get there and you lose like $400 because, it's just, that's how it is. That's the day. It's business when you're trying to do things outside of a shop. So we're looking for the shop, and we're trying to raise money right now. And I found a video on YouTube that said the way to make money using TikTok. Because I've been exploring TikTok lately, because Gary Vee talked about it. So I've been exploring it and just watching videos on there and trying to figure out how to use it properly. And this video said to make money using TikTok, you can post videos. Like, you record the videos any way you can, as many as you can, and then you clip them together, upload them onto YouTube, monetize it. He did examples. He said, this is what people are making and stuff, and this is how you do it, and they're like getting all these views. And then I researched a little bit more, and I realized they're getting the views, and so I started trying it, not as a way to make a career, but as a way to pull in money to get the shop going. And there was a saying I heard at the last conference I went to. It said, best case, you got to weigh your best case scenario with your worst case scenario, and then meet in the middle, because that's usually what's going to happen. And my best case scenario was, the guy said, oh, these guys are making 1 million views, and they are. I've seen their numbers. We're making between 600,000 to 1 million views per video. The bad ones are doing 600,000. The good ones are doing 1 million. He's saying, oh, that's $300,000. A bad case scenario is you make no money. And I seen another video, he was saying like, oh, you make $1 per every 1,000 views, so 1 million views, that's like $1,000. I'm like, well, to be honest, that's not too bad, because you do 100 videos, that's $100,000. That'll get us a shop, and then we just stop there, and then you call it a day. Now my meeting in the middle kind of thing is, and I didn't think about this part, and I was a little silly, but I uploaded, like I said, I've been powering it out. I've done like 4 videos. I'm gonna do like a best of dance, best of humor, best of lip syncing. Like categorize it out and do one a day for the next few months to see if I can make some money. The problem is, because he said you can do it for 3 months. It takes 3 months to get noticed, and about 6 months you start making the money. The problem is, I uploaded the videos, and I started getting copyright strikes because there's music in the videos. And now I'm trying to find a way to not get copyright strikes. And I've got an idea of something that will work, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to try it. But basically, I'm not going to give up on this, because I feel like this can pay for our shop, and this will get things going. But I'm nervous that if this doesn't work, I have to find another way to make the money, because best case scenario is we make enough money to pay for the shop, get going, and we're in a good day. Worst case scenario, we make no money at all. We have to start from scratch, and we're not out anything, because what's it cost? Like my phone, my computer, I had those anyways. Meet in the middle is we make our 14 grand that we need for a food truck loan, because the guy wants 20% down. We went to an SBA in LA. He wants 20% down of the loan. So for us, that's 14,000, and we're guaranteed loan because it's all based off. No, it's not based off credit score. It's based off credit story. And so when they look at things like your student loans and stuff, medical bills, they don't really count that. They count, have you been paying your bills? Are you diligent and all that stuff? And if you are, they understand that you're a business. Because they want you to hire people, and so, but they want a higher down payment because they're not really a loan. They're not a bank. They're like a business loan for people that need it. So they want you to prove that you're going to work hard. So they want you to have more skin in the game. And so we figure if we can pull in at least $14,000, we'll get the food truck going, and we'll start from there. Because I have no problem starting from there. We just want to start. And so I figured this is a little rambling, but this is where I'm at. I'm at the point where I'm trying to make the money come in any way possible because my business partner, she's at the peak of her trying to pull in money, and she's really working hard, and I'm trying to work hard too to pull in the money. But it's kind of like I don't have a lot of degrees and stuff. I don't actually have any degrees. I've been I'd like to say I've been a grunt my whole life because I've worked in restaurants, and I've been, I started washing dishes and all this. And so I've worked in minimum wage jobs forever, worked in bakeries as an assistant. I've done all like night shifts. The best job I had was I was a construction worker doing concrete. And that paid good, but it burnt me out and killed my body. So I loved doing it, but I didn't like the feeling of waking up at we'd have to wake up at 4 a.m, and then you'd work like 18-hour days, 15. A good day was 12 hours, but we're working 6 days a week, 7 days a week. Sometimes we go 3 weeks without a day off. And after a while, you're like, I can't do this. And I quit after about 2 years. But so for here, there's not a lot of places. If I'm to go get a job, we have to put that back into daycare, and it just doesn't make sense. Like for me to go work for $12 an hour and I'm paying someone $15 an hour to watch the kids, I'm losing $3 an hour just to go work. There's no money being saved. I gotta think of outside areas. I know there's flipping ways, buying things, selling them, but I'm trying to start this way for now and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then I'll move on to something else. But if it does, I'll keep you guys posted, and we will have this shop as soon as we can. Thank you. Bye.